right there.
All right, this week we're going to talk about a series that I named, a session that we're going to go over, I Am Not Prey, based off a TV series I watched called I Am Prey. Now, hang with me just a minute because I'm going to explain a couple things first that seem doesn't really fit in this, but you'll see how it does together. Okay, I do believe in God. When I was a small child and in combat, the things that I've seen, I can't deny that He exists. I bring that up because how we're going to discuss this is not having a belief in Christ. We're going to look at ourselves as another animal, because what I'm talking about is animal attacks. So whether you believe in God or you don't, that's fine, that's your business, okay? From this point on, in this discussion, we're going to talk about us being a human animal versus wild animals. All right? We're not looking at us as humans with souls, just animals against animals. Okay, the human animal, look at us. We got thin skin. We got small muscles. We can't see as well. We can't hear as well. We can't smell as well as animals. The only two things we really have going for us is opposing thumbs, and we have a brain that we can do reasoning with. We do deductive reasoning and processing where other animals can't do it as well as we can. Therefore, what do we have? We build civilizations, we build tools. And before you are some of the tools that we build for ourselves to defend ourselves. Now, in the series, I Was Prey, I'm really proud of everybody I saw for the fact they all fought for their lives. The problem was they didn't have any tools to make it effective, and they're fortunate that they all didn't die because they didn't have anything really to fight with. And that's what I'm going to discuss today. Now, here's some of the problems on animals. All animals from an orca whale down to a raccoon and everything in between have to protect their eyes and their nose and their throat area, okay? If that gets damaged, they will break contact with you because they have to survive. It's instinct. But they have huge muscles, great big teeth, they have talons, they have claws, they have beaks. We don't have any of that stuff. They have all the advantages. Now, some people say that they don't hold any grudges, animals trying to attack them and maybe killing them. BS on my part. You attack me, I don't care if you're human or an animal, I take it personal and I'm going to try to kill you back, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about, is defending yourself. Now, there are some examples I'm going to give you that I don't know, unless God doesn't just want you to die, whether you're going to make it or not. Let's take an orca. I don't know that you're going to be able to break contact with an orca. He's really huge. The white shark that attacked this lady on that series, she was bit from her thighs to her shoulder. That's a huge bite. But she did pound on the nose of the shark. Whether that made him break contact or not, it may have done that. But if you had knives on you, let's say you have to have two, one on your leg and one on your opposite side, let's say up on your belt, and you jammed it in his nose, because that's where his sensors are, he will break contact with you. Now, the animal did break contact with her, and she was severely wounded, and people helped her get to the shore. Now, there was elephant attack. I don't care what you have. I don't know that you can survive an elephant attack. It's just luck of the draw on that. The other one was a hippopotamus that was huge. The lady did pound on the hippopotamus's nose. I don't know that that made any difference on the hippopotamus, but it did let her go. Now, she was severely wounded and crushed by it. I don't think you can effectively fight a hippopotamus. Crocodiles are really huge, and alligators, okay? Now, one of the things most people don't know is between their eyes is a small little brain about as big as a walnut, and any of these knives can penetrate that. Now, I have knives from, this would be the smallest I'd use, and this would be about the largest I'd use. You can defend yourself against that. A guy was getting golf balls in the water and was attacked by an alligator. Now, he didn't have anything to defend himself with. They roll, they twist you. And if they think they've got you, or they didn't rip your piece of your body off like it did that one lady her arm and threw it up and caught it right in front of her and ate it, and she was able to swim away. That was fortunate for her, but she didn't have anything to defend themselves. In between their eyes, you take any of these knives this size, you're going to be able to penetrate that, either kill it or make it break contact with you. All right, other animals, there were attacks by coyotes in towns, there were attacks by, up in Alaska, polar bears in town. You can be attacked anywhere. You do not have to be in the woods to be attacked. One lady got attacked by a raccoon that was 60 pounds. I've never seen a raccoon over maybe 20, 25 pounds. But she had a little dog in her hand, and a raccoon wanted it, and that lady was torn to pieces over a 60-pound raccoon. Now, as a deputy, I worked animal attacks. Now, if you're stupid enough to go back up to an animal like a buffalo and have pictures taken, you deserve what you get. He's a wild animal, and he's not going to want you standing in front of him taking pictures. You got horses and you got cattle that can stomp you and kill you. Those are difficult to fight. Those are difficult to do any damage to. They're large animals. They still have a throat area that you can make contact with and do damage to, but whether you're going to get that chance with them or not, I don't know. They're a large, fast-moving animal. I don't know that that's really possible. Now, this shotgun is designed, now this is a 410. I wouldn't recommend it out in the boondocks. I would get a 12 gauge or 20. I've set this up with a ring, and then I have a bungee cord system that goes up over my shoulder. And I have a special carry that clips onto my belt that Red River Tactical Holsters made. I helped them design it, and did a great job. So it's like a holster, and it clips to your side. So you can be fishing, doing stuff, and now you have a weapon that is going to do damage to a large animal attacking you, like a bear or mountain lion, something like that. And it's short and it's easy to work with, and you would, if you had a chance, and the two people I investigated that got attacked by a bear, one was a hiker, one was a guy hunting. The problem was both of them said they thought they heard a noise, turned, and the bear had already hit him, was on all fours. So I don't care what you have, you are not going to have a chance to fire the weapon. But if you have like a pistol on you, or you have your knives when you are attacked and it's an ambush like that, you can't see it, you need to grab one of these weapons. These two are 22s. This is a 9-shot revolver. This is a 10-shot single action revolver. This is a 357, and these are quick load bullets. Carriers, so you can quickly reload it. You're not going to be able to reload it under an attack. Under the attack, you can still make the animal break contact with you, because you can place either one of these weapons underneath its neck or in its mouth and start pulling the trigger, and he's going to break contact. He will not continue to attack you once you do that. Whether it kills it or not, I do not know. Okay? Are you going to be injured? Yes, you're going to be injured. If you did not have a firearm with you, okay, one of the things I always carry on me is a hatchet. Now, I went to this type of bearded hatchet because it has many purposes I don't want to get into. Having an animal I can see and attack him, I need him to take a bite of something other than me first. And I forgot to bring my walking stick. It's about this tall. So either my walking stick is going to be used to put towards the animal first, hopefully he bites that, or it's going to be my tomahawk that I want him to bite. And if I can get it and turn it where he bites it, and he comes down on this, he's going to break contact. He's not going to continue to do that. But then I'm going to take the knife, or if I have my pistol, and I'm going to be shooting up underneath the throat. I'm going to do the damage. Will it eventually kill him? Yes. Will it do it then? Probably not. But will it make him break contact? Yes. Okay? Does that mean you're not going to be injured? The hiker versus the guy hunting. The guy hunting killed his bear with his rifle eventually. But the damage done to both of them, I couldn't tell from the damage done which one was the hiker and which one had the rifle. You're going to have damage done to you. The difference is You're fighting for your life. You need tools to do that. When I'm on the river, Carl got me going kayaking, and his son Nick. This is what I carry on me when we're kayaking, and this goes on my chest. So I can cut branches and stuff out of my way. Can I defend myself with this? Yes, I can. Can I do survival stuff with it? Yes, I can. It's a big, heavy knife. It has a point on it. All these have points on it because I need to be able to use it to defend myself besides a working tool, okay? So this is more or less a working tool, but I can use it to defend myself. The advantage of the smaller ones, or combination of both, let's take combination of maybe this one and this one. When I'm in the woods, this is always on my belt. This normally is on my gun belt. Okay. I can actually, if that animal is trying to bite down me and I don't have anything else to bite down on, because remember, once they grab a hold of you, they're going to shake you and throw you all around. I can jam this in its mouth as it goes to bite. Now he's going to bite down on this. Is his arm going to be hurt? Yes. But you're going to be hurt anyway. Then this is going to go up underneath his throat. Will he break contact? Yes, he will break contact. Do I know how much damage is going to be done to you? No, I don't. But you're going to have less damage done to you if you fight back than if you do not. Now, one of the characteristics of a bear attack is once they've done throwing you around, start biting you and clawing on you, they pounce on you. And you can get a rib broken, and it can go into your lungs, or it can go into your heart, and you're not going to make it. So just playing dead, like that gentleman I saw in the hospital I did an interview with, his injuries were exactly the same as a guy with a rifle that fought for his life. It doesn't make any difference. You can die from the animal attack, and you have nothing to defend yourself with. You do not go in the woods without either a firearm and a knife, or several knives. You can't just rely on one, because you need two knives to defend yourself with. If you only have one knife, make sure that you have some type of walking stick. Try to get the animal, if you can see it attack you, because sometimes you're not going to see the attack, to bite that first, okay? Now, mountain lions, your prey, okay, he normally attacks from behind. Now, the two cases, they were older gentlemen and with their wives, and they got attacked. They grabbed the gentlemen by the back of their heads. Now, the wives grabbed sticks and were beating on them, but the animals didn't let go when they were beating on them. The husbands said they could feel the pressure and the bones cracking as the wife was beating on them. But when the wives accidentally started poking in the face, both of the mountain lions broke contact and went away. One went off a little ways and looked at them and growled for a while, but then eventually took off. Imagine now I'm doing that with a knife, even this small of a knife. This is about the smallest I'd have. You've got to have some type of length to do some damage. You had that mountain lion and you're jamming this into that mountain lion. He's going to break contact with you, okay? He is not going to continue to bite you. You have to prepare yourself to fight back, because the only thing you have as a human is opposing thumbs that they don't have, and you have a brain that can do reasoning, you can do processing, okay? But it doesn't help you in attack when they got larger muscles, they got great big jaws, they have teeth, they have claws, they have beaks, they have talons, because you can be attacked by birds. Owls and hawks have attacked people. You need something to defend yourself with. Even a walking stick is better than nothing. At least they can bite onto that. Hiking, okay, maybe you don't, but some of the hikers I saw carried 357s with them. I noticed that, and they had walking sticks. That's excellent. They have something that the animal can hit first, the walking stick, and then they have their 357 or 44 Magnum. But remember, you are not going to kill an animal attacking you with a pistol unless God wishes it to happen. It's just purely by accident, okay? It's when he makes contact with you that these tools can come in handy. But before that, something like this, if you can see it coming, and like I said, a 20 gauge or 12 gauge, not a 410, is what you'd want. And yes, he will break contact. you're on one knee and you start shooting to the face, he will not continue the contact. You would shoot double-aught buckshot. That's what you would use. So you can have this on your side. You could be fishing, hiking, doing whatever. Because of hunting laws, we've increased the animal population. It didn't used to be like it is now, okay? So we have just as much right. We take care of animals. You should do that. You should never go out and do stupid things around like animals, like take pictures of the little cubs in the trees like I saw when I had the Boy Scouts out once. These people were stopped on the road. No, don't do something that's going to endanger yourself. You deserve what you get. There are probably other examples, other things that you can think of, and because you have a brain you can think of, you can add to, take away, improve anything that I've had here, ideas. That's on you, okay? And it's good. You should do that. I never say I have all the answers. I never say that my stuff's going to work 100%. In combat, if it was 80%, we launched on it. There is no 100%. I do not know, using the techniques I've talked about, what damage will be done, or if you're even going to survive. But I know you won't survive, more than likely, if you don't try to fight. Okay? You need something to fight with so you can increase your chances of survivability. Medical gear is important because you're going to have to start treating yourself, probably you're alone. And then communications come in very handy. Okay? Now, I think I've covered everything that I need to talk about on this for these things, so I hope you guys can look at it, learn from it, absorb it, and make your own decisions and make your own plans for things that you want to do. I appreciate your time. See you at Tactical Rifleman later on.
If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you don't miss out on anything.